Hi everybody, Nima is here from the YWCA. Today is Friday, May 8th, and I'm here with your workout for the day. So as you see, I'm in the gymnasium, but you see some of the equipment over here because we are actually moving some of the machines and equipment from the weight room to our gymnasium because after we reopen, we can better practice social distancing, which is going to be one of those really important items on the new guidelines. So we are preparing for that day. But the main business for us is this. This is the workout for your day. It's a 20-minute AMRAP. There are two movements or two different exercises that you are going to do in your AMRAP. The first one, you are going to do 3 prone position to a squat position. So you are going to go from one position to another position 3 times. After that, you are going to broad jump 5 times. And then the whole thing, you are going to do 5 more times to get to a total of 6 reps, okay? So just before I talked about 2 tight setups, when you do your 5 broad jumps, you get further and further and further from the spot that you started from. Obviously, you are going to get back to that spot and you are going to jog in order to get back. So whatever you do until you get back to where you started, whatever you do, you count 1. Whenever you get to the spot that you started from, count 1 and do 5 more times, then you're done with this, and then you are going to do 15 2 tight sit-ups. All right, so I was actually looking for a basketball and it's right in front of me. I'm going to show you exercise number 1, which is those 3 prone position to squat positions followed by 5 tuck jump, 5 broad jumps, not tuck jumps. So first of all, let's see what prone position is, what squat position is. So prone position is when you lay down on the ground on your chest. That is called the prone position. The squat position, I actually meant the bottom position of your squat. So you are going to keep going from in between these 2 positions. In order to do a better job, you are going to make sure you do it explosively. So the very first thing you need to do from the ground, you need to get your body off the ground. Obviously, you're going to have to do a push-up, and then you are going to get your hands off, get your feet flat, and drop yourself into that bottom position for your squat, okay? Now, and then you are going to keep doing that in order to do 5 total times, and then you start your broad jumps. Now, let's practice the first part, which is going from position 1 to position 2, and then we talk about broad jumps. Now, so as I said, if I just lay down the ground on my chest, I'm in my prone position. All right, this is what it's called. Now, the bottom position for my squat looks like this, right? So after I move from position 1, and then get my feet flat, I don't want to get upright. I'm going to stay in the bottom position of squat, which is this. And then I put my hands on the ground, throw my feet back in order to go back into my prone position, obviously. Now, so the first part is a push-up, and I'm going to do it as hard as possible or as explosive as possible. So, and then right after I get my hands off, get my feet flat, and then once in a sudden, I'm going to be in my bottom position of my squat. So it's going to look like this. And then back. All right, that was number 3. I'm in the bottom position of my squat already, and this is the position that I'm going to use in order to do my broad jumps. Now let's talk about broad jumps, which is the second part of the first movement. You're going to do 5 broad jumps. The difference is you do not want to get too high. You want to go as far as you can. So there is only one objective: go as far as possible. So you are not going to care how much you get off the floor, how high you get off the floor. When you do that, two things are going to be really important for you. First is your balance. So you are going to, when you land, you are going to have that very perfect balance. So again, your feet are going to be flat, toes are pointing forward, all those little things about your foot placement, because your next jump is going to happen right after, all right? So those two things again. First is the balance. The second thing is staying at your squat position or the bottom position of the squat, all right? Because the next jump is going to be right after, and you're going to do it from the bottom position of your squat, all right? Now, I'm going to do one broad jump, and then I can explain what I try to say. So just imagine I'm done with my prone positions to the squat position. So I'm going to be in the bottom position of my squat, and now I'm going to start my broad jumps, right? So I go like that, and I'm going to stay in this position. I don't want to get all the way up, because my next broad jump, I'm going to have this position in order to do that. Now, so land soft, make sure you have enough balance, and stay in the bottom position of the squat. Do 5 of these jumps, and then jog back to where you started, and then that would be rep number 1. You're going to have to do 5 more reps in order to be done with movement number 1. Movement number 2 is called 2 touch sit-ups. You are going to do 15 of those. I'm gonna move you guys a little bit that way. All right, so I have my basketball. If you don't have a basketball, no problem. I'm gonna go, I guess, a little bit further. There you go, now you can see. If you don't have a basketball at home, totally fine. Grab that frozen chicken from your freezer. All right, so I'm going to have to touch the ground with my basketball and also touch the wall in front of me with my basketball. That's why we call it 2 touch sit-ups. So touch 1, touch 2. Again, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Every time you touch the wall with the basketball or with your frozen chicken, you're going to count 1, and you go all the way to 15, and then start again. Remember, it's a 20-minute AMRAP. You're going to try to do this routine as many rounds as possible, all right? And again, listen to your body. Whenever you need to have rest, go ahead and do that. So I'm not going to upload any video tomorrow and the day after, Saturday, Sunday, but Monday I'll be back with the workout of the day video. So stay tuned. Have a very good weekend. Have a very good workout, and then have a great weekend. I see you guys on Monday. Take good care.